Coming up in the morning edition, the presence of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force base in the southern Bahamas has been strengthened. Transformation to begin soon at the Prince George Dock, and a prominent educator is honored in a very special way. It's a Wednesday and the middle of yet another work week. Good morning, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Morning Edition. Thank you so much for waking up with us. You are looking at a live shot of our tower cam outside of our ZNS studios here on Rusty Bethel Drive. You can also expect mostly sunny, hot and breezy with a few isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms possible. But whether you're on the road or about to hit the street, traffic cops want you to be mindful of one thing, and that's traffic lights. Traffic lights are essential to your commute, especially in the morning hours. Sieska Adderley is standing by with traffic cops on Soldier Road.
Good Wednesday morning. That's right, LaDawn. This morning we're focusing on traffic lights and the role that they play in keeping law and order on our streets. Corporal Decore Barr from the Traffic Division is here to tell us all what we need to know about those lights that are behind us. Good morning, Corporal Barr. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Sieska. I am fine. Good morning, Bahamas.
Good. So what do we need to know about traffic lights this morning and every morning as we drive on the streets?
Okay, traffic lights, traffic control lights play an important part in traffic management. These lights assist greatly in areas, high traffic areas, and they act the same way as a police officer at this junction would. It controls the flow of the traffic. The green light obviously is to go. The red light is to stop. However, a lot of persons seem to be a bit confused about the amber or yellow light. The amber light is also to stop. But if you have already crossed the line, the white stop line, and your light is on amber, you are free to go without penalty. But if you are approaching the light and it turns amber, you should also stop.
Okay, so let's talk about pedestrians and how they should also follow the traffic lights in the case of there not being a pedestrian crossing.
At this junction, the traffic light, if you are pedestrian crossing from the gas station to Burger King, you should cross the light or cross the street once your light for the northbound is on red. But you would still have to be mindful of the vehicles traveling south, who would have obviously come from a green light.
Okay, now Corporal Barr, you were also telling me about sensors. Explain that to me. Sensors, let the general public know about the sensors as well, how it affects the lights.
The majority of the traffic lights on New Providence Island has sensors. The sensors somewhat assist in the time or the speed that the light would change. If you go too far over the white line, you would have already passed the sensor. If you stay back too far from the line, you would not reach the sensor. So once you pull right up to the white line, there are sensors under the asphalt or under the street that would activate from the vibration of the vehicle's engine. And like I said, it would cause the light to change in a more timely fashion.
All right, now just before we go, Corporal Barr, just reiterate or stress the importance of these lights and these colors that we see behind us.
Again, green, go. The amber is to stop. If you have already crossed the white line, stop or go. If not, red, just stop. Try not to beat the red light. You would always end up running the red light.
Thank you so much, Corporal Decore Barr from the Traffic Division. Pay attention to those lights. They're not just there for decoration. They're there for a purpose. So as he said, red means to stop, green means to go, and yellow can either mean to stop or to slow down. Back to you in the studio, LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Sieska. And joining us live in studio with the weather outlook here on the Morning Edition is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. A very quiet tropics this morning. We just have a couple of tropical wave. There's one right here approaching the Los Angeles, and that's firing up some good showers in that area as well. A second one just to the south of Jamaica, and we have this third one, which was that low that crossed the Yucatan Peninsula last night, is now in the Gulf of Mexico. And outside of our studios, partly cloudy skies, your temperature 81 degrees, relative humidity 83%, easterly winds at 7 miles per hour, your barometric pressure 1,018.4 millibars at 30.07 inches, and it is steady. Temperatures around the islands this morning, 79 degrees in Green Turkey, also Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Freeport, and Grand Bahama at 79. In the Berry Islands, a little warmer at 83 degrees, 83 also in Bimini. Harbor Island, 82, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 82, Otterstown, Cat Island, 81 degrees, 81 in Staniel Key, also Kemps Bay, South Andros, Fresh Creek and Central Andros at 82 degrees. San Salvador and Rum Key, 81 degrees. In Crooked Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Ragged Island, Acklands, Betsy Bay, Matchetown, Inagua, all at 81. The Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast for today in the northwestern islands, easterly flow 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. Low tide 7:44 this morning. High tide will take place in the afternoon at 2:07. For the central and southeastern islands, easterly winds as well, but a little stronger. 15 to 20 knots, rough sea conditions 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. So small craft in the central and southeast Bahamas, we actually need to exercise caution. And that's going to do it for your first look at weather. The morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Now on to our top story this morning. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force continues to encounter challenges on the high seas. These include the influx of illegal migrants and the growing number of poachers who continue to invade our fishing zones. Just yesterday, over 100 Dominicans were transported to the capital with what is being described as the largest apprehension within the last year. As it stands now, efforts are being made to upgrade the infrastructure at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. National Security Minister, the Honorable Marvin Dane, says the fleet of vessels will increase soon as part of the $232,000 Sandy Bottom project. It includes the acquisition of more patrol craft, dredging of harbors, and the development of Defense Force bases and ports at strategic places.
Our last retrofit vessel, which is the Bahamas, is due in very shortly. It's on the way from the Netherlands, and we are now working on our permanent bases in the south. So we're trying to organize around that. As you can see, given the events of the last few days, there is a lot of activity in the south.
Also, the government moving aggressively to upgrade the Prince George Dock, one of the main ports of entry here in the capital. Millions of visitors pass through the area, which is also the home base for many taxi drivers and others operating in the vicinity. Providing an update on the dock's development, Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Dionisio Diaguilar, says a request for a proposal at the Prince George Dock has been submitted.
It's been a long time in coming. And so we're excited to drop that into the public domain last week and hit the papers yesterday. We're very excited to receive proposals to transform the Prince George Dock into a premier cruise destination in the Caribbean. As you know, a number of cruise ports have been damaged from hurricanes, and there's a lot of reconstruction and upgrades going on throughout the Caribbean. You'll understand that there are bigger and better cruise ships coming on stream. So we need to adjust and to accommodate and to improve, most importantly, this customer experience here at the port, and to provide additional opportunities for small businesses.
The tourism minister indicated that once the redevelopment of the Prince George Dock has been completed, many Bahamians are expected to benefit from the $3.6 million cruise passengers who come into the country.
The goal is that once this transformation has taken place, there'll be a better offering of excursions, a better offering of goods, a better offering of food and beverage options. The cruise passengers will be minded, not only the cruise passengers, but the crew will be minded to come off the ships and spend more money in this port.
We're also learning more about plans to enhance services at the nation's primary health care facility. Health Minister Dr. The Honorable Dwayne Sands provides an update on a number of construction projects at the Princess Margaret Hospital.
We have two separate urgent care projects. The emergency room redevelopment at Princess Margaret, which is increasing the space, increasing equipment, increasing staff, and generally improving the experience that people have. But also decanting the overcrowded situation in A&E by creating urgent care centers at Elizabeth Estates and South Beach.
Grand Bahamas' struggling economy and the economy of other Family Island communities were areas of concern for the president of the Bahamas National Baptist Missionary and Educational Convention, Reverend Dr. Lloyd Smith, Tuesday night. Smith, who was speaking at the 60th annual convention at Mount Horeb Baptist Church, is serving his first year as president of the Baptist Convention. He implored government to take steps to revive the nation's second city's economy.
If at times the government is off course, I will have to remind them of their commitment to the Bahamian people. I want to encourage the government to get busy making jobs available in the outer islands, and particularly the island of Grand Bahama. Some areas of Grand Bahama where people are feeling the toughness of the time are eagerly awaiting with bated breath for government to bring hope and relief to them expeditiously.
Smith also tackled the issue of crime. He says while there has been a decline in the murder rate for the year, and it's something to be grateful for, crime remains a cause of concern and levels are still unacceptable.
We want to encourage the government to do all within its power to rid the country of the criminal element who parade the streets, wreaking havoc on our hard-working citizens. Baptist desperate times call for desperate measures. As a convention, we avail ourselves to partner with the government in fighting this epidemic.
Also in the news, we have little information at this time, but we are told that a team from the Fire Services Department were called to a blaze during the early morning hours at the Ministry of Education. We understand that a fire was contained to the stores or warehouse division of the ministry located on University Drive. The fire department continues its investigation. Meanwhile, the fire department is also looking into that blaze yesterday at the John Shea convenience store on Carmichael Road. Details on the cause of that fire, which was contained to the roof, are still being investigated. And still to come in the morning edition, Siesker Adderley shares more ways you can prepare a quick, healthy breakfast. That story is live when the morning edition comes right back. The Inner Wheel Club of East Nassau held its 6th annual Pretty in Pink party at John Bull Tuesday evening, bringing together residents in an effort to raise money for the Cancer Society of the Bahamas. The club is hoping to raise awareness about breast cancer and provide money for research and breast cancer screenings. Attendees enjoyed a live band and engaged in an evening of pampering. Inner Wheel Club of East Nassau member Kelly Cartwright says the group started the event due to the high rate of breast cancer here in the Bahamas. Cartwright says her aunt died at 59, while her sister Tracy Cartwright died at 39 to breast cancer.
6 years ago, it had been a year of her passing, and when we were looking to create an event, I thought about her and everything that she went through. And she went through her treatment in New York, and they had an event that helped women that were going through chemo and radiation. What most people associate when you do that is, in most cases, losing your hair. But what people don't really realize is that also means your eyelashes, your eyebrows, all of your hair, and that can be very depressing for women or men or anyone that's undergoing it. And so they had an event where women would learn how to, pamper themselves and make themselves look good for themselves and for their family and friends and create this really wonderful event. And we thought, let's do the same thing. I remember my sister talking about that, and I said, let's do an event for everyone, for anyone that's going through cancer, anyone who's survived it, and anyone that just wants to show support.
Director of Business Development for the John Bull Group of Companies, Inga Boleg, says the company was approached about the event 6 years ago, and it was natural for John Bull to get on board with the initiative. She says not only does the company provide the venue for the event, but contributes thousands of dollars to help the committee with fundraising. Boleg says some $5,000 in jewelry and other goods were put up by the company for the evening's raffle.
Although men certainly participate and patronize this event, it is the ultimate girls' night out for such a worthy cause. We as a company realize that even within our group of companies, there are very few of us that can stand and say that in some way, shape or form, we have not been touched by cancer, whether it's been ourselves or our family members, friends. And so no better cause we feel to get behind. There are many causes that we do certainly support, but this is the only one that we support in this way. It's a fun night at John Bull 284 Bay Street.
More great things coming out of Blue Wave Country. As head of that institution was for some 2 decades, Cynthia Wells will have a subdivision in the eastern portion of New Providence officially named in her honor before the end of the year. Yesterday, we caught up with the veteran educator and Arawak Homes developers at the St. Anne's School to talk about her major accomplishment.
Just to think that my name is going to be on something is kind of, have I really done enough for that? But I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Having her name engraved on a housing subdivision that's in the neighborhood of an institution she has helped shape young minds for nearly 3 decades is a milestone for Principal Cynthia Wells. The housing subdivision sits just off Springfield Estates in eastern New Providence and is currently being cleared down by Arawak Homes developers for construction. Wells, who heads St. Anne's School, says she is grateful that someone saw it fitting to honor her in such a meaningful way. She shares this accomplishment with faculty, staff, and parents of the school who have already made requests for a piece of the rock.
Everybody's asking me what are going to be the benefits. Are they going to get her? Are they going to get a discount? Mrs. Wells, can I have a piece of property in your subdivision, you know? Yes, if you can afford to. Has been the answer. So yes, they're pretty much excited. Even our parents, the entire St. Anne's family are excited about it because it's part of the family. The housing division is going to join Cannon Pugh subdivision, who was our founder and our first principal. And there's a section named for Rita Pugh, another principal, our second principal.
Marketing officer at Arawak Homes, Brandon Major, says his team's goal is to ensure Bahamian leaders who have made a significant contribution within the community receive their flowers while they are alive.
We wanted to celebrate someone that is in action. And Miss Cynthia Wells, actually, she was the principal when my wife graduated in 2000, and she was the principal when my niece graduated in 2018. So her extent is 2nd generation, now moving into the 3rd generation. Is just excellent for the last phase of Blue Waves, Canton Pugh, Rita Pugh, St. Anne's Estates, and now Cynthia Wells Estates. So I think history is happening.
And while it's a known fact that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, many of us do not treat it that way. This quest has led Cieska Adderley to Manuelo's Let Us Eat Fresh to explore some options. She's there live now with the owner, Chef Emmanuel Gibson. Good morning again, Cieska.
And we're live with Chef Emmanuel Gibson, better known as Chef Manny. He's the owner here at Manuelo's, and he has lots for us to choose from this morning. Good morning, Chef Gibson. How are you?
Good morning and welcome to Manuelo's. How are you today?
I am great. I am even better looking at all this scrumptious food in front of me. So just tell me what it is that you have this morning for us.
All right, basically what you can get at Manuelo's, of course, you can get fresh fruits. You can get a variety of fresh native fruits. You can get it with yogurts on the side. Also, too, we make fresh waffles. It comes with maple syrup or regular syrup, and it has caramelized banana on top. So if you just take a look at that, so nice waffles.
Right.
And then, of course, we do a selection of omelets. You can get a variety of omelets at Manuelo's. We have a nice selection of fresh vegetables. Also, we have, you can get a variety of cheese in the middle, and everything is made fresh to
And
order.
I've realized that you've paired your omelets with salad.
Yeah.
That's an interesting combination. Why?
Definitely a lot of persons like the salad at morning time. It's kind of refreshing rather than having all the heavy starch to go along with a breakfast like potatoes. You can get filled with a salad, you know. So I think it's a really good combination. I think people like it.
And what is this special dish that you have over here,
This one
Chef
is
Manny?
a smoked salmon. It's on a whole wheat pita bread, and then what I do is I finish it with some sunny side up eggs.
Okay.
So a sunny side eggs go on top like that.
Now that is different, and that's filling.
That's filling, and then it's finished with micrograins on top. Micrograins on top. So it's a really nice sandwich, and then you can get cracked pepper, fresh pepper on
nice.
top. So that's a good healthy breakfast option.
Okay.
Of course, we also have stew fish, boiled fish. They can get turkey, bacon, all those other.
So we have all the Bahamian favorites. Good stuff. So this is good for like if you just want to be on the go and you want that energy boost. You get the
energy boost. You get the fruits. You get the fresh boiled fish on Saturdays and also the stew
when you just want to sit down or relax or whatever, you get all the good Bahamian favorites. All right.
So that's basically what we do here. So we want people to come down and try it and try to eat fresh because that's the way the world is going now. You want to eat fresh because everything has a health benefit. So by eating fresh, it gives you that healthy lifestyle that you can be able to be free from disease and other stuff like that.
Perfect. So eating good and healthy first thing in the morning is definitely the way to go. And as you can see, it is mouth-watering. It doesn't have to be yucky, right?
No, it doesn't have to be yucky with gravy and all of that oil and stuff in the morning time. You can eat light, clean. I think you can feel better throughout the day.
Thank you so much. That's Chef Manny, the owner of Manuelo's. I'm having breakfast. Lyndon and I are having breakfast. We'll think about bringing you guys some back in the studio, but back to you for now.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Sieska Fisher. It seems as if Sieska, for a slim person, she likes
all the good assignments, man. She gets all the good assignments.
So what's coming up in sports?
Coming up in sports, well, it's the day for the start of the World Junior Judo Championships. 11 o'clock start over there at the Atlantis Resort. And then it's a busy day for the sports department. Beside the high school events, we also have Government League Basketball Championship tonight. So we'll be up all day and all night. Hopefully, it'll be a good one for us.
That story and more ahead in sports.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sports. The World Junior Judo Championships will get underway this morning in the Imperial Ballroom of the Atlantis Resort. President of the International Judo Federation, Marius Vizier, he brought remarks yesterday at the official press conference.
It is great to have the Junior World Championship in a great location. As well, it's great to see a lot of former great athletes, judo legends, continuing the tradition and preparing the next generation of judokas for IGF and for the judo family. It is great to see you in such number. I hope that the championship will be as well at the highest level.
As yet, the schedule is easy. Competition will be in 2 sessions.
We will begin each day at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock start on each weekday. The final block will be at 4 o'clock, and that will be with medal matches only. The opening ceremony is at 10:30 on Thursday. Now for weekends, that's Saturday and Sunday, we're going to begin at 1 o'clock.
Now the Bahamas with a 15-member team, and 2 will be in action this morning. Jasmine Russell will go first against Gamze Samaya from Turkey in the 44 kg division. Then Javon Bethel steps on the mat also against an opponent from Turkey, Samat Kumstas, in the 60 kilogram division. So make sure to go on down and support Team Bahamas. Meantime, Team Bahamas closing out competition at the Youth Olympics in Argentina with Matthew Thompson crossing the line 7th in his stage of the 40-meter hurls in 55.38 seconds. Now it's also game 2 of the Government League Basketball Best of 5 Championships. Tip-off this evening, 8 o'clock from the Mecca AF Alley Gym. Olivia's Guesthouse Cyborgs up 1 game to zip after taking game 1, 97-94 over the Gladstone Liquor Panthers. We'll be hoping to even things out.
We got to make certain that we take away that guard play. Once we take away that guard play, we allow Saleh Childian to do what he got to do. He can score 100 points. We don't care. We can beat him 100, 102. We're champions. We've been here before. So these guys just have to come up. These guys are not going to lay down and play dead. But we're not scared. We're the champions.
That's an experienced team, man. You know, they win the last 4 to 5. They come to end their career. They come to end that organization. That's what we can do. This team, the Panthers, you know, my guys, I think they're gonna wake up, man. They know reality. It's a reality check now. This is the championship. You know, next round or go home.
The NBA season tipped off last night with the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, the two teams I expect to make the finals winning. Tonight, our Bahamian boys will jumpstart their season. Buddy Hield begins his second year with the Sacramento Kings when they host the Utah Jazz at 10 o'clock. And if you want to stay up late for this one, 10:30, NBA's #1 pick, DeAndre Ayton, and the Phoenix Suns hosting the Dallas Mavericks. Once again, like I told LaDawn, it's going to be a long night for the ZNS Tool Sports Department. And that's going to do it for sports. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching.
In our final look at weather, we have a tropical wave moving through the Lesser Antilles, and it's firing up some showers and thunderstorms as it does so. And then we have a second tropical wave just to the south of Jamaica, and that too is firing up some showers on the southern shores of Jamaica as it moves towards the west. And then we have this low pressure now in the Gulf of Mexico moving towards the west with no signs of development. Over the Bahamas, high pressure will remain in control of our weather for the balance of the week, and that means some pretty nice weather for today. Mostly sunny, still breezy and hot. High temperature 89 degrees. And tomorrow, well, tonight, pardon me, we're looking at patchy clouds with a brief shower likely, 75 degrees for your low temperature. And the extended weather forecast, as we said, lovely weather right into Sunday. And then come Monday or so, we'll have some showers in the forecast, courtesy of a tropical wave that is heading our way. LaDawn?
And Basil, just before we go, we'd like to send it back on over to Sieska Adderley, who's still whipping up a scrumptious, healthy breakfast. Sieska?
So Chef Manny and his team has been busy at it, and we've added a few more dishes. Just quickly tell us before we go.
To see that we have really nice stew fish. So this is what Bahamians like, especially on a Saturday morning after they work all throughout the week hard. So you can come by Manuelo's to get that. Then we also have traditional chicken sauce.
Oh,
nice. You can get it spicy or you can get it however you like it. Mild. We're going to serve the pepper on the side. And then, once again, I know Bahamians like this one. We have the nice boiled fish and Johnny cake, and you can get it with also yellow grits in the morning time.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So the Morning Edition crew is going to come back as soon as we wrap up and have breakfast here at Manuelo's.
All right. Thank you.